These Roblox games were stolen. This Roblox game just copied this one. This game just copied this other one. This phrase has been said over and over again since the dawn of gaming. So I'm going to look at some of the most popular Roblox games and see what exactly they stole from other games to see if they deserve all the high praise that they get or they're actually just complete ripoffs. Forsaken. So Forsaken is a game that has killers and survivors. And in the game, if you're a survivor, you have to go around and find these generators and try to solve the puzzles in order for you to escape faster, all while trying to avoid the killer that's chasing after you. If you're the killer though, then you have to go and hunt the other survivors using your special abilities that you're granted. Now, the gameplay mechanics are very similar to that of Dead by Daylight, a game where, yeah, you either play as killers or survivors, and if you're a survivor, again, you have to run away from the killer, all while repairing the generators around the map. Each survivor has their own unique perks, again, similar to Forsaken. Yeah, what both these games do is that they get their killers and survivors from other franchises or even real people. Like Elliot is from work at a pizza place, Cool Kid used to be a real hacker, we got Jason from Friday the 13th, and again, Dead by Daylight does the exact same thing. We have killers like Dracula from Castlevania, we've got Chucky, the Xenomorph, Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, Ghostface, the Demigorgon, and other notable characters. On the survivor side, we've got Laura Croft, Alan Wake, Nicolas Cage for some reason. Yeah, a lot of familiar characters you may recognize from different video games, movies, or TV shows. While they do share a lot of similar game mechanics, I will say the lore of Forsaken is definitely unique and has a very interesting story with many secrets that have yet to be discovered. So I'd say Forsaken definitely deserves its praise. Grow a Garden. So this is the biggest game on Roblox right now with almost 2 million active players at 8:30 p.m. on a Thursday. So a lot of us know Grow a Garden and probably play it as well. It's a pretty easy game. You just go ahead and buy seeds from the seed shop, plant them, and wait for them to grow. And then once you have all your fruits and plants, you can actually go ahead and sell them for more shekels. I want to sell my inventory. Ooh, 200,000 shekels. Yet, so now where did Grow a Garden actually come from? Is this a unique idea or is it based on other games? Well, it's actually based on an old Facebook game from 2009 called FARMVILLE, where, yeah, I know it looks very old, but yeah, you can go ahead and plant different seeds, buy them, transform them. You can even get animals as well, and you can also see the percentage of their growth. Once you harvest them, you can sell them, and also if you're really addicted to this game, you can use real money to buy more stuff, which just like in Grow a Garden, if you go in the shop area, you can actually use Robux to get these flower seed packs. Now this is where like the whole gambling part of the game happens. Here, I'll buy 3-pack and I'll just open one of these things. But yeah, this whole thing is just very luck based in like what item you're gonna get. Oh look, I got a purple dahlia. I'm not really sure what that is, but it says mythical, so I guess that's cool. Let's see, what's my last pick gonna be? A rose. Yeah, so I spent around $6 for all that. Yeah, I'd say that little game mechanic is very similar to like CSGO case openings, where yeah, you use real money to unlock skins for your weapons in this game. It's actually the reason why I don't like Grow a Garden, because again, it kind of uses like gambling mechanics to try to get you addicted to this game. And not only that, but the popular game FARMVILLE, which yeah, it was massive back in the day, was actually just a ripoff of another game called FarmTown. So does Grow a Garden deserve its praise? Maybe if there wasn't any gambling in it. Block Tales. So Block Tales is a turn-based RPG type game. It honestly has a very unique storytelling and action adventure. Like for a Roblox game, this thing is really impressive. And if you even look at the description, it says a turn-based RPG inspired by Paper Mario 64 and Earthbound, which yeah, if you look at Paper Mario 64, it pretty much has similar movements and game mechanics. It has a whole turn-based system, similar weapon mechanics. I mean, honestly, both games are very fun. And then if we look at Earthbound, we could also see similarities between the two games. Yeah, I know Earthbound is a very like dark game, but also has a whole bunch of humor within it, which I feel like Block Tales also shares. And also I know that Undertale is also inspired off of Earthbound as well, which Undertale, Block Tales, you can kind of also see the similarity between the two. Does Block Tales deserve its praise though? Yeah, 100%. I think the storytelling is very unique and uses a lot of different Roblox lore and characters to play off its unique story. Evade. So Evade's a game where you enter in this giant map and everything seems normal at first, but then you end up getting chased by different random meme characters like Sonic the Hedgehog here. Let's let's also not forget John Halo over here. Yeah, so it's pretty much just like a running parkour type game where you have to run away from these flat PNGs that are called Nextbots. It's honestly a mixture of both horror and comedy at the same time. But what Evade is actually based on is the Garry's Mod game, the Nextbot Chase. Which, yeah, in that game, your job is to complete tasks while trying to avoid the loud PNGs known as the Nextbots. Yeah, if you don't know what Garry's Mod is, this game is pretty much like a huge sandbox. Think of creative mode in Minecraft, but like just even more than that. Like you can make your own games using assets from Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress 2, and other games. And one of the games that people made was this Nextbot's Chase game. Yeah, if you don't know what a Nextbot actually is, Nextbot is an AI system that's used in Left 4 Dead, Team Fortress 2, and Dota 2. And it's this navigation system that allows the NPCs to navigate around the map in sophisticated ways. Yet the whole Nextbots thing pretty much started from this one Garry's Mod Sanic mod showcase. Yeah, this was 10 years ago. And yeah, in this video, this guy just showcases this Sanic that ends up just chasing him around the map. Yeah, while this video was uploaded back in 2013, the whole Nextbots Chase game didn't really get popular until 2019, where yeah, you just run around in Garry's Mod's map, running away from these Nextbots creatures. Yeah, I will say Evade has added a ton of these Nextbots characters into the game. I do think Evade became a lot more polished as time went by, so yeah, I'd say it deserves all the praise. Doors. So Doors is the Roblox game where you run around a hotel room just opening a bunch of different doors, trying not to get caught from certain entities. Now, while this game is very polished and has very unique monster creatures, it's actually based off of another Roblox game called Rooms, where yeah, in this game you just go one by one opening different doors, and eventually things are gonna get scary. I will say this game does take a long time for like any creature to actually appear. You can also hide in these lockers to not get caught by certain creatures, but it's not very polished. Yeah, I think this game had like the right idea, but it just didn't have enough to keep things interesting. Yeah, we could also say that both Doors and Rooms was also inspired by another game called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, where yeah, in this game you had to survive 1,000 rooms of cute terror. At the beginning of the game, everything seems cartoony and cute looking, but the more you progress through the game, the more creepy things begin to look. Yeah, this game was made back in 2015, and there hasn't really been anything like this since like Doors came out. So does Doors deserve its praise? Yeah, for sure. I mean, aside from the idea of going through different rooms, the characters and story are both very unique. Raise a Floppa. So I remember when this game was very popular back in the day. For some reason, it got content deleted, but I think now it's playable again. And yeah, in this game, you get a little Floppa that's like in the shape of a box for some reason. But yeah, if you click on it, let's see. Yeah, it ends up pooping out money for you. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire game. You have to click on this thing to have it poop out money. And then with that money, you go on the computer and you can buy food for the Floppa, a roommate, scratching post, and even more weird things. Wait, a Neko maid? Wait, hold on. Now, I will say, this game gets very crazy in like a funny way. There's a lot of wacky jokes and humor that this game has, but as for the game mechanics itself, it's actually based off of another game called Cookie Clicker, which yeah, we've all played these types of games before. They're called incremental games where you pretty much just like slowly click on them. So right now I get 1 cookie every time I click this thing, but then with 34 cookies, I can now buy a cursor that will auto click once every 10 seconds. Actually, I'll get 2 of these so that every 10 seconds, it's gonna click on the cookie for me so that I don't have to do it myself. Well, let's see. At 100 cookies, I unlock something else. Oh, I get grandma. Wait, no, yeah, give me grandma over here. Each grandma produces 1 cookie per second. Yo, sick. Wait, so this is my grandma here. Her name is Cookie, and she's age 97. Why is she working at that age? Yeah, so Cookie Clicker was made back in 2013. Fun fact, the original version of the game was coded all in one night. But yeah, the game starts off very simple, going from this where you just slowly click a cookie to something like this. Yeah, you see all those cursors on there. Remember when I only had like 1? Yeah, these types of idle games become like very ridiculous. Again, these games are actually called incremental games, with the first one being called Progress Quest, which was made back in 2002. But yeah, it's such a simple concept, but at the same time, I find it very addicting. So yeah, Raise a Floppa, I have played the game before. I've actually played an embarrassing amount of idle type games, but now Raise a Floppa, does it deserve its praise? I'd say yes, mainly because of its wacky stories and comedic bits that can be found throughout the game. Oh look, now I could buy a farm. Alright, now I gotta stop playing this. Murder Mystery 2. So this game is pretty simple. You're either a murderer, a sheriff, or a citizen. And if you're the murderer, you have to go around killing people without revealing that you're the killer. I won! I was the best killer! Let's go! But yeah, this game was actually completely inspired by another Garry's Mod game called Murder, where yeah, you either play as a bystander, a murderer, or a sheriff.
You do start out with a knife. Almost everybody doesn't start out with a gun except for like one person. So it technically can be like classified as like the detective. And sometimes the detective can end up killing innocent people. You can't see people's names.
Yeah, it's actually a very simple game mechanic where, yeah, somebody has a knife and goes around killing the people. This guy just killed the sheriff and some other citizens. Actually, yeah, now that I think about it, Murder Mystery 2 is literally just an exact copy of this game. Yeah, this video here was made back in 2013 with Murder Mystery 2 coming out sometime in the year 2014. But now Garry's Mod isn't actually the first of its kind, because the murder game in that one is actually based off of a popular social deduction game called Mafia. This is a game where 1 or 2 people are the killers, another person is a medic, and everyone else is a citizen. Each round you try to figure out who the killer is and see if you can vote them out before they attack everybody in the friend group. Honestly, a very fun game. But does Murder Mystery 2 deserve all its praise? I think it's pretty much a one-for-one copy of the Garry's Mod murder game, but at the same time it's also a very simple concept. And not only that, there's a whole bunch of different game modes in this version as well. And with 90,000 people playing this, like literally right now, it must be doing something right to keep people in this game. So yeah, definitely, I think it deserves its praise. Yet the point of this video wasn't to hate on any of these Roblox games, more so to show what inspired them. I know there's some games out there that are complete ripoffs of others to try and get like a quick buck, but I'd say that all of these, even you Grow a Garden, I don't like your gambling thing, but all of these Roblox games are popular for a reason. Yes, they have similar game mechanics as their inspirations, but the story, the characters, the community all makes the game itself that much more unique. I mean, the popular game Terraria for the longest time used to be called a 2D version of Minecraft, but then it became so much more than that and got its own unique features, story, bosses, and game mechanics. But yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.